Hey there people, how the frig's it going today? It is Tuesday here on Vlogging Life and I'm being attacked by animals. Apparently calling them animals makes them scurry off. That's fun. Anyway, last night I did some work on my pulley system. My machine I couldn't go to bed on until I shortened the cable. So I shortened the cable and as you can see now it sits where I wanted to sit. However, after using it last night I came across a problem. A problem that you're probably already aware of, and I'm sure I haven't even seen the comments yet because yesterday's video hasn't gone live because it's 8:19 and it doesn't go live for another 40 minutes. And the issue is the pulley I bought is a piece of shit. That's a given. I can guarantee that. It is seized right now. Like, if I pull this down, it's locked. It rolls a little bit, but it doesn't want to. The pulley is shot. Oh, what do you expect for a $5 pulley? So I was like, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? And then I came across an idea in here. Scavenge parts off of the Bowflex. Not pulleys that I'm using. Pulleys that I'm not using. I forgot about these. This is the pulley for the squat deadlift portion of the Bowflex that I've never ever used. Basically what you're supposed to do with this, you can also use it for lunges, is you run, I have no idea where the heck I put the cables for it. Anyway, I took the cables off. They're probably on this table somewhere. Anyway, you run a small cable from this pulley down to here, and it literally sits right here. Hi, cat. And then you put the bench in the upright position, and then you use the lat bar as your bar. Hook it up to that one, hook it up to that one, and then you can do like deadlifts. And I don't like doing the squats from it, because to do the squats, you got to stay in the loaded position, and you use your arms. So you're like, you crouch down, you grab it, and you're in the loaded position, then you pull it up, and then you go down. Or you can use the handles and put them at your side and do like lunges, like standing lunges. Honestly, if you have the equipment, just do squats with weight. Using that for squats is stupid. Doing deadlifts, just do it with weight. If you don't have a barbell and weight, you can do, you know, dumbbell Romanian deadlifts. That works. Or you can do kettlebell goblet deadlifts, barbell deadlifts. If you want to do squats and you have no way to load the barbell on your back, you can basically do dumbbells, just hold on to them and squat, goblet squats. If it's not heavy enough, just add more volume. You will wear yourself out and you will build muscle. It's how it works. But I remember when I first got the Bowflex, I tried doing the squats with it and I'm like, wow, this is really awkward and uncomfortable. I don't know why they ever thought of this, but now I'm glad they did because I'm gonna end up harvesting those pulleys. At least one of them. And seeing how the bar on the side is about the same thickness as the bar at the top here, I should be able to take off that worthless strap, run the bolt right through and just hang the pulley off of it, attach my line, freaking call it, boys. I just hope I didn't cut too much off, because last night I played with it for a bit. Like, I came back down here and started doing some tricep workout and oh, it felt so good. Like, I couldn't believe how pumped my triceps were and how great it felt. I even decided to go up in weight, so now we got 40 pounds on there. I wanted to see if the strap would hold or come apart, and I figured 40 pounds, if that fell on the ground, that wouldn't be that big of a deal. And 40 pounds is definitely doable with the tricep pull down. And then I kneeled underneath the bar here and used the, I put it away, but I used the flat bar, and I started doing basically pull downs, lat pull downs. What's my cat doing? Wait, what are you doing? Okay, whatever that means. Anyway, so I started doing lat pull downs and that felt pretty good, but I needed more weight. And then I did the, I took the bar off, sat it over there, hooked up ropey, and I stood basically right where the bar is, bent over, and I started doing the overhead with the rope, you know, the hammer throws or whatever. And oh my God, did that ever kill the long head of the tricep. Felt so awesome. I've never gotten to work that muscle out. So, but then I noticed that the noise from the pulley went away and I'm like, uh-oh. And I looked back and I'm like, okay, maybe you need some grease. So I tried oiling it up by taking it apart and then throwing some oil to it and then putting it back together. And no dice, no dice. It will not unseize. So I figure the best solution is to do exactly like I thought. Not sure what I mean by that, but my idea is basically, like I said, harvest a pulley from the Bowflex's base, which we're not going to use, and use it on this instead. Because let me tell you, pulley versus Bowflex, pulley always wins. Like if you're looking for a home gym option that has multiple purposes, like one of those all-in-ones, your best bet, guys, is get something with weight, not with power rods. Not saying the Bowflexes don't work, they definitely do. I've been doing the Bowflex now for 2 years, and it did help. But in the long run, the Bowflex was not accurate, so you can't use its weight. But document its weight, because that's how you know if you're doing progressive overload, right? It's like pulley machines at the gym. If you know how pulleys work, the more pulleys you add, like adding one pulley, you're still lifting. For instance, this setup here, I'm still lifting 40 pounds. But if I had multiple pulleys, constantly changing the direction, then I'm reducing the amount of working load needed to move it. It's just common knowledge. You're changing the direction, but you're also changing the amount of force needed. It's why, you know, when people get stuck out in the bush with their trucks and all they have is a manual come along, they'll run it around multiple trees to redirect it so that the force is being directed into the tree more than it is directed into your force. And it'll basically allow you to pull your truck out of the mud with a simple lever action come along. You know, unless you have a high torque winch, you got to use those angles to reduce the working load to get your vehicle out of the guck you got it into. So that's the thing with a lot of gym equipment. Like some people will say, oh, you know, pulley machines are not accurate. Well, that's the thing, is if you're able to use a pulley machine and one day you walk in and you do 100 pounds on that pulley machine, and then you walk in the next day and you're able to do 110, the next day you're able to do 120, and you keep going up and up and up and up and up to the point where all of a sudden you're at 200, then you literally doubled your strength gain on that machine. Does that mean that you can lift 200 pounds? Probably not. Like I said on the Bowflex, I can put all 50 rods, all 3 of the 50 rods, I can load them on and bench press them. That's 300 pounds. You know, I can put 130 pounds on the tricep pull down, and I can rock that. Does that mean I can do 130 pounds? No, because the 40 pounds on here feels like the 80 pounds on there. As far as resistance goes, it'd probably be a lot better if the damn thing rolled instead of the cable sliding across the pulley, because I'm pretty sure I'm working against the resistance of the pulley as well. But only way to figure that out is once I get a chance, I'll harvest the pulley off of the Bowflex, and we'll set that up and see how that works. Got to build our own gym equipment right now, guys. Unfortunately, purchasing is not an option. Everywhere is pretty much sold out. Everybody's pretty convinced gyms will not reopen. Everybody's pretty convinced the world's going to change. With social distancing in effect, and from what the Premier is saying, as well as Pres of Canada, things are going to take a while, like anywhere from a year to 18 months. So we got to come up with our own way to maintain ourselves. I've been doing it this long without having to go to a gym. I've adapted way before this problem happened with COVID-19. So we'll just keep making our own equipment. Like, I got some ideas. I need to find some steel, because honestly, I'd love to build my own rack attachment, and I have the plans to do it. I just need to figure out where to get some steel, because I got bolting, like I got bolts up here, bolt holes that I could easily fashion something to, and bolt holes down here. So all I need to do is just measure the length from there to there, and then I could build a slider and slide, instead of having the weight just suspended, because sometimes it starts rocking back and forth, and because of the way my walls are, it hits those chunks, right, and it's gonna damage my wall. So I gotta go slow when I'm doing it, which is fine, because going slow means more time under tension, more growth, more pain. But it'd be nice to have it on a slider, so the weight's going up and down, and then have 2 loading pins, so you can load weight on the side of it, and then just give her, you know, exactly how it's set up for gyms. And then do an S-based pulley in the middle, So I can have a loader on the, like a clamp on the bottom and a clamp on the top. So if I want to do like overhead, I can, and if I want to do seated rows, I can. Just sit down and go. And that's how the piece at the part I can buy for this, well, I could buy if they had it in stock anywhere. That's how it works. It basically gives you foot pegs at the bottom so you can put your feet up against it and do seated rows. You can do overhead pull down. You can do tricep work. You can do all that fun stuff. Like I said, I don't want to say I bought the wrong rack, because I bought it because it was cheap and it was well within my range for weight. Like, I'm not going to get no massive huge like some people, but I do want to be physically fit and be able to, you know, do regular stuff. And part of staying fit is having the equipment to do so, to basically keep your body going, especially over the age of 40, because every year over the age of 40 you lose 1% muscle mass, I think they said, somewhere around there. And then the way you combat that is by working out, by lifting, by, you know, so that way there, if you put on 5% muscle mass but you only lose 1%, theoretically you put on 4% muscle mass, you're still in a positive growth. So that's why a lot of people said, oh man, you waited too long to do this, you're over 40, you'll never grow muscle, you'll never grow muscle. Well, no, you will grow muscle, it's just right now you're in a deteriorating state. Then when you're over 65, it's like a 3% decrease in muscle. So that's where you really want to be careful. And you can reduce that by doing simple supplementation, such as taking collagen powder in the morning and at night before you go to bed, so that your body will have ample amount of collagen and will reduce the amount of deterioration of muscle. Mind you, collagen tastes like licking a 9-volt battery, and I wouldn't recommend taking it on its own. I always tell people to take it with some juice or some coffee or something, so you can mask the taste of the awesomeness, because let me tell you, saying it has an awesome taste is a lie. Anyway, speaking of awesome tastes, I got my black coffee. I was about to go shut off the light and it just turned off on its own. Thank you, Casper. We're greatly appreciated. I'm gonna head upstairs, drink my coffee. So I'd let you guys know a little update on the pulley system, and what my battle plan is to remedy it. There you go. Alright, I'll chime back in a few. Probably on my next break. Alright, peace out. Holy crap. That's not snow, guys. That is freaking solid material. That is hail. Huh. I was gonna go for a bike ride tonight too. Oh, first break of the day. Gotta piss so bad I can taste it. I think I might make another coffee though. Oh no, I got plenty in there. I'm good. Yeah, I'm sitting there at my computer and I'm like working away, and all of a sudden I heard clicky clacky clicky clacky, and I'm like, what the heck is that? And I look at the window and it's freaking hailing. Alrighty, so I wanted to take a break a little later, but I really had to piss, so I was like, you know what, screw it. I want to see how these are hooked up. It looks like there's just a thing connected over top of it. Okay, let me take a look-see and see what we can do. This was just a hook. Huh, okay, well, let's go see what we can do. Alright, so I got the new pulley mounted, and I had to disconnect and disable my cable here and take it apart. But unfortunately, right now I ran out of time, so we're going to have to come back and do this after. Those joys of having a job, eh? They always get in the way of the fun stuff. Alright, well, I'll chime back in after when I start working on it again. And we'll get this here all situated before workout tonight. Like I said, I was going to go for a bike ride, but winter's back, so I decided a bike ride's probably not a good idea, because I don't know about you guys, but I hate pedaling in the snow. Frig sakes, eh? Look at it out there. That's redonkulous. Stupid weather. And now outside it's like, what snow? It's all sunny and beautiful, and man, this weather is ridiculous. We just had like 2 seasons in 2 hours. Welcome to North Bay. It's the second break of the day. Gonna go downstairs and cook a cheeseburger. Well, my cheeseburger casserole. And while I'm cooking the cheeseburger casserole, I'm gonna finish my wiring for my pulley system, which requires me to take the pulley off of the hook. I gotta route the cable through it, because unlike the other pulley, this one here doesn't separate. So I gotta run the cable through here and then terminate it and go from there. Alrighty, so this is actually a metal piece. It looks plastic, but it's not. The pulley itself is plastic though, so I don't know, but it was working with the Bowflex when you put a lot of strength on it, and it works fine with this too. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a rip. We'll grab the old trusty protein can here for a test platform. What do I have here? I just have the V-bar. We'll use the V-bar. I like the V-bar. This is a fun tricep workout. This is my latest addition to my cables, but oh, that is good. Oh yeah, that's nice. Okay, so that works out better. The only problem is when I go to put it back down, it wants to hit the bar at the end. So we'll develop a plan for that as well. But that's basically my cable pulley machine. That's gonna work pretty good. Way better than that piece of shit friggin' pulley I bought from, like, there's a reason why this was so cheap. It's because it's built, I bet you there's a China stamp on here somewhere. Take that out to the garage later on. Maybe we can use it for something else, I don't know. Oh, I did have Ropey here. I want to try Ropey. Oh, yeah, it's good. Oh, yeah. That's perfect. Oh, that really gets you. That's awesome. Okay. Crisis averted. We have created a pulley system. That doesn't suck. And I still have another pulley on the Bowflex that I'm not using. So if I wanted to set up one off the ground and then get another piece of cable, I can literally go from the pulley on the ground up to that connection. Then I can sit down and do like rowing with the weight. That'd work out pretty damn good, I do say so myself. You can also use it for curling, but I'd rather just use dumbbells for that. Anyway, my cheeseburger casserole's ready. Gonna throw some mustard to it, head upstairs, eat this, watch some YouTubes while I eat, and get back to work. I'm gonna have a Greek yogurt for dessert. Why not? I deserve it. I fix things. Alright, I'll talk to you in a bit. Alright guys, third break of the day, and you know what? I want another coffee, because I'm an addict, so frig off. Normally when I make a pot of coffee, I'll make like 2 pots in a day. On the weekend, definitely 2 pots. On day shifts, usually it's 1 pot, and that'll be okay. But, yeah man, I'm a little upset. I wanted to go for a bike ride tonight, and I can't. And I left my microwave door open that whole time. I'm surprised the cat didn't jump in there. She probably did. She's a little rebel. It's times like this where I wish I had the Wi-Fi adapter for my DJI, because I could set up the camera and talk to you guys while doing stuff, and it would just track my body, which is pretty sweet. But I don't have that, so I basically got to use a protein canister and my camera on the protein canister to like get myself in the shot so I can have a hand free while I'm doing stuff. Because this is my life right now. The dog makes a horrible tripod. Like, he follows me around and looks at me and stuff, but, you know, it just takes like 5 seconds for him to get distracted by a shadow or anything else, and then it's game over of dog, and the tripod takes off running, and you know how it is. It ends that. Running low on my tasty coffee here, but Joss just sent me a Facebook message saying, I gotta try this, and I'm like, ooh, so it was a bag of coffee, but I couldn't read it from the little print, and then I clicked on it, and that company Muskoka that I bought that maple coffee from back in the day, they make one called s'mores. I need that in my life. I can honestly say I've never actually had a s'more before. I've had like s'more flavored granola bars and s'more flavored like a Hershey's candy bar, but I've never actually done the whole melting of the marshmallow and the chocolate and the graham cracker at a campfire before. So I have no idea what that's actually like. One thing I do know what it's like is I gotta go take a shit. That was brutal. So I'm thinking what I might do because of this issue here, with it banging off the plate, is I might build a platform on the back here. Just a little box, it's the same height as the bar, just so I can rest the weight on it. I think that might be a good idea. That way there, when it comes all the way down, it won't bang off the bar. And it also won't rest on the floor, causing a dent in my floor when I start adding more weight to it. Because right now we're at 40 pounds, and I know I can do a hell of a lot more than that. And it feels good. It feels so good. It reminds me of actually being at the gym. So there you go. This kind of a pulley is the best pulley, which is not like the pulley that I bought. This kind here, friggin' sweet. It actually spins. It doesn't lock up and doesn't get hot. Because yeah, if you would have felt the thermals off the other pulley, holy crap. It was actually uncomfortable to the touch. I wouldn't say it'd leave red marks on you and burn you or anything, but yeah, if you used it long enough and it didn't seize, you probably could. She'd probably start glowing from friction burn. Definitely, I don't know what the hell those pulleys are designed for, but they say they can handle like a 300 or 440 pound load. They might be able to support it, but they sure won't roll under it, that's for sure. Anyway, I'm gonna head her back upstairs and carry on with this shift, and I'll talk to you guys probably once it's over, because I really have nothing else to say. So, alright, bye. Like, seriously. So sunny out right now. It was snowing 5 minutes ago. I should just set up a GoPro and time-lapse the weather. You can literally witness all of it in 1 hour. Alright guys, just went and did a workout. Could have went for a bike ride because it's actually warming up out there despite the fact that it was freaking snowing. Had a shower, feeling good. Currently sitting at 7 o'clock, 2,500 calories out the door on the day. And I think I've only ingested about 1,400, so wee bit of a crash diet happening over here. But we're going high protein to conserve muscle mass, so I think that's how it works. Sure, that's how it works. Typical dinner, broccoli, rice, chicken. In the face it goes. Well, that dinner went down super easy. I appreciate it. Yeah, sure got nice out, but I'm gonna head downstairs. Let's stoop it out. He probably has to go up for a dump. Do dishes after. Bring it. So I did some tricep work today, and I upped it to 50 pounds. And I can feel it. I can still feel it. Oh, do I ever feel it. My arms are shot right now. Did bicep work with the easy curl bar, doing the different grips, the wide, normal, and then close grip, and then reverse grip. Then I did a bunch of hammer curls, just destroyed my arms. Love doing arm workouts. But I also did shoulders. Look at that. 7.5s are off, the 10s are on. Yep, moving up, back to where I was. After that, I'll put the 2.5 pounders, which are underneath the 7.5 pounders over there. Throw them onto it. Then put the 5 pounders back onto it. And the 7.5 pounders back onto it. Then we'll put another set of 10s onto it. And gradually we'll be doing 225s. That'll be pretty sweet. Be nice to be able to push 100 pounds plus the bar. Means that shit's growing. What are you barking at? I have to get out there and mow that lawn one of these days if it ever quits snowing. Saw my one neighbor outside picking dandelions. I'm like, wow, just like 15 minutes ago it was snowing and now you're outside picking dandelions. Crazy world we live in. Alrighty, well, let's, what did I come down here for? Oh yeah, let the dog out. Wow. Yeah, you know, they say that when you go into a room and you forget what you're doing, the reason being is because you had an alien accompany you and he gave you one of those Men in Black brain wipey things to make you forget that the alien was there. Sometimes I wonder how many times I encounter aliens in a day, because let me tell you, that happens way too friggin' much. Anyway, people, it's like 9 o'clock at night. I want to get this vlog edited and uploaded for tomorrow, and I want to go to bed at a decent hour tonight to get a lot of sleep, because sleep is the key way to burn fat as well as build muscle. Your body repairs when you're sleeping. The deeper the sleep, the better the repairs. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to shut her down here, get this video up to YouTube, so you guys can watch it at 9 a.m. in the morning, Eastern time, obviously. I can't say 9 a.m. Pacific or Mountain or whatever other Greenwich time or Turkish time or Northwest Territory time or, you know, whatever. But I'm going to go ahead and get this uploaded, 9 a.m. Eastern, live. Just like every other day, unless it's not. Thanks for watching. Like, favorite, comment. Don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, guys, peace the frig out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.